Have you ever looked at a landscape and felt like it was trying to tell you something? Like a secret message hidden in plain sight? Well, high on a chalky hillside in Oxfordshire, England, there's a message that's been waiting for us for over 3,000 years. This isn't just any message. It's a magnificent, minimalist figure carved directly into the earth. This is the story of the Uffington White Horse. Imagine standing on a windswept hill, the green grass stretching out before you. Suddenly, you see it. A series of brilliant white lines curving and flowing against the green. From the ground, it might look like a random collection of trenches. But take to the skies, and the image snaps into focus. A graceful, stylized horse, galloping across the landscape. At 110 meters long, this is no small doodle. It's an ancient masterpiece of land art, and its true meaning is one of history's most captivating puzzles. So who created this colossal figure, and why? For centuries, people believed it was a monument to King Alfred the Great's victory over the Vikings in the 9th century. Local legends even linked it to St. George and the Dragon, with the nearby Dragon Hill being the supposed site of their epic battle. It's a great story, but science tells an even older one. In the 1990s, archaeologists decided to get to the bottom of it. They used a technique called optically stimulated luminescence, or OSL. This amazing method can determine the last time the soil was exposed to sunlight. They took samples from the deepest layers of the chalk trenches, and the results were staggering. The Uffington White Horse wasn't from the time of the Vikings or King Alfred. It dates all the way back to the Late Bronze Age, somewhere between 1380 and 550 BC. That makes it over 3,000 years old. A contemporary of Tutankhamun in Egypt. This completely rewrote the history books. This discovery changes everything. We're not looking at a Saxon memorial. We're looking at a message from a much more ancient prehistoric people. But what was the message? The horse's design is incredibly abstract, almost like a piece of modern art. It's sleek, minimalist, and full of motion. This has led to countless theories. Was it a tribal symbol, a bold statement of identity for the people who lived here? Or perhaps it was a religious icon connected to a horse goddess like the Celtic Epona. Horses were vital in the Bronze Age, for transport, for farming, and for warfare. They were symbols of power, wealth, and status. Carving one this large would have been a massive community effort, a declaration of their importance to everyone who saw it. Think about the sheer effort involved. Using nothing but antlers for picks and shoulder blades for shovels, these ancient people dug trenches about a meter deep. Then, they filled them with brilliant white chalk quarried from the surrounding area. To keep the horse looking pristine against the encroaching grass, it needed to be regularly maintained. This wasn't a one-time project, it was a ritual. Every few years, the entire community would have gathered on this hill for what's known as a scouring festival. They would weed the trenches and pack them with fresh chalk. This tradition continued for millennia, passed down from generation to generation. In a way, the act of maintaining the horse was just as important as the horse itself. It was a way to reconnect with their ancestors, reinforce community bonds, and keep their sacred symbol alive. The last recorded festival was in 1857, but the duty of care now falls to organizations like the National Trust, ensuring the horse continues to gallop across time. What's also fascinating is where it's located. The horse is part of a much larger ancient landscape. It overlooks a valley known as the Vale of the White Horse. Right above it is Uffington Castle, an Iron Age hill fort. Nearby are ancient burial mounds, or barrows, some dating back to the Neolithic period. This wasn't just a random spot on a hill. It was a sacred and significant place, a central hub for ceremonies, trade, and community life for thousands of years. The horse was the stunning centerpiece of this ritual landscape. Interestingly, you can't see the entire horse from any single spot on the ground. Its full form is only truly visible from the air. This has led some to speculate. Were its creators trying to communicate with sky gods? Or was the perspective simply designed for the gods looking down from above? Another theory is that the view from the vale below was what mattered most. Imagine seeing this bright white symbol shining down from the hills, a constant, reassuring presence for the people living in the valley. It was their landmark, their guardian. The Uffington White Horse is a powerful link to our distant past. It's not a realistic portrait of a horse, it's an idea of a horse. Its abstract form is what makes it so timeless. It has inspired artists and writers for centuries and continues to spark our imagination today. It reminds us that even 3,000 years ago, people had a deep need to make their mark on the world, to create something beautiful and lasting that spoke of who they were. They used the earth itself as their canvas. This ancient figure isn't just a historical artifact. It's a living piece of history. Every time the chalk is renewed, every time a visitor stands in awe before it, the story continues. It's a testament to community, to tradition, and to the enduring power of art. It's a silent, 3,000-year-old message carved into the land, inviting us to wonder, to explore, and to connect with the generations that came long before us. So if you ever find yourself in Oxfordshire, take a trip to White Horse Hill. Stand there, feel the wind, and listen. You might just hear the faint echo of a story that began 3 millennia ago. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. What do you think the White Horse represents? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration of ancient mysteries, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into our incredible past. See you next time.